Okay. All right. All right. Let's talk about it. All right. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's very difficult to trade stocks or be looking at swing trades and getting out on the pop because I like to buy the dip, sell the rip, and sometimes I get on these talks where I just get excited about this shit because I'm a nerd for money and finance and economics. So I get into these rants and I'll go an hour or two and then whatever. All right. Okay. All right. I got the mic down here now. All right. Is the whiteboard too far away now? Should I just move the mic back this way for a second? Like this so I can scoot closer. Get real up inside, real tight. Kyle? What? Okay, my bad. I'm gonna get distracted. All right. So yeah, you didn't know about this, did you? A lot of y'all didn't know this. That's right. The U.S. accidentally dropped nukes on Spain. We accidentally nuked Spain, and no one knows about it because they kept this shit quiet. You want to hear about the time that the U.S. nuked Spain? And this is a real story. I'll tell you about it, okay? All right, here we go. All right, so let me take you, because this isn't the first time Spain's been pissed off at us. I'm going to tell you all about this one, okay? So we accidentally nuked Spain, okay? And when I say nuked, I mean drop nukes, okay? I'll leave it that way, okay? Because we kind of did, all right? So I'm going to take you back to the Cold War. Now, back during the Cold War, there was a lot of tension. There was an arsenal buildup, nuclear buildup, and all that good stuff, right? A lot of stuff going on. Okay, I can already see some of y'all are probably already angry before I even get to anything, but I'm okay with that. I want you to just sit back and enjoy this little foray into history. Okay, so during the Cold War, the U.S. is flying B-52 bombers. Okay. And we're flying nukes. Oh, whoops, forgot that. Okay? We're flying hydrogen bombs, I should say, over Europe every day. Okay, that's a really shitty fucking B-52, okay? All right, but just stick with me. We're flying over Europe every single day. And these planes are flying with hydrogen bombs in them. And nobody in Europe knows that up in the sky, there's goddamn hydrogen bombs flying around. But we got to be ready just in case, right? So we take off, they fly sorties all day, another one goes up, and they're ready to go. They're ready to go at a moment's notice in case they got to drop one in Russia, okay? So we're flying these over Europe every day. Almost no one knows. Even European leaders didn't know about a lot of this, okay? Because it had to be real hush-hush. So on January 17th, 1966, right? So we're off the coast of Spain here. Here's the Straits of Gibraltar here. Here's Morocco. Here's a little island that's really full of people right now. And we're doing a sortie. Okay, shut up for a second, all right? So we're flying a sortie, right? And we've got a B-52 carrying 4 nitrogen bombs, okay? And this B-52 is flying over the southern Spain, and he's doing a refuel, right? So you got this B-52 here, okay? He's got the refueling plane here, okay? And he's doing his mid-air refueling. And something happens, and the planes collide, okay? They collide. They crash mid-air. And it falls when they go down, right? All 7 airmen between the 2 planes die, okay? Now, from the sky, 4 hydrogen bombs fall from the sky. 3 of them hit the ground. And they hit the ground near a little tiny town. I think it's I don't know exactly how far down the coast is, but it's right on the coastline there, okay? And it's called a little tiny town called Palomares. There we go, whatever. Little town called Palomares, okay? Now, Palomares only has about 2,000 people in it. It's farmland, and they're famous for their tomatoes, which I'm going to come back to you here in a minute, okay? They're famous for their tomatoes. Only about 2,000 people in town. Now, these hydrogen bombs, okay, these hydrogen bombs, I want you to understand something, okay? They are 75 times more powerful than the bomb that dropped at Hiroshima. Okay? 75 times more powerful than the nuclear bombs we dropped on Hiroshima. Okay? So all 4 of these hydrogen bombs fall out of the sky. 3 of them hit the ground. Now, the nukes have to be armed for the actual nuclear blast to take off, but it doesn't mean they can't still explode. 2 of them hit the ground so hard that they actually explode. Okay, they actually rupture. Their explosive detonate. Luckily, because it was farmland, nobody died. But what did it do? It released a bunch of plutonium dust. Okay, so when it hit the ground, it exploded. Okay, the fucking nuclear part of it didn't go off, but it exploded, ruptured, explosions go everywhere, and it just lets off plutonium dust. Now, plutonium dust is one of the most toxic substances on planet Earth, and it's released. Now, the wind is blowing, so it pushes it over the entire area. Okay? The wind carries it. But Stocky, weren't there 4 hydrogen bombs? There were. One of them disappeared. It was believed that it fell in the ocean. Okay? It was believed that it fell in the ocean. The U.S. conducted the largest underwater search in history. Okay? They had 35 naval ships out here looking. Okay? They could not find it. Oh, by the way, guess who was circling the entire time? Russian boats. Duh. They were waiting. They were waiting. They were waiting to see what happened. It wasn't until a Spanish fisherman came and said, hey, I saw something fall out of the sky and splash. They went and looked. They found it 3,000 feet underwater. And they recovered it. Now, let's go back to Palomares. Palomares is covered in plutonium dust, the entire countryside. People, animals. The U.S. quietly tells the Spanish government what just happened. They go in there and they start digging. And the U.S. ships nearly 5,000 barrels of soil, of radioactive soil, back to the U.S. for storage. That's almost 2,000 tons of dirt. But here's the problem. Okay? That wasn't all of the radioactive dirt. That was just like the highest readings at the time and enough to be like, yeah, we did our job. Okay? The U.S. government settled with some of the
Hey everybody, and welcome to the stream today. We are going to be playing some Pokemon Legends CA. If we have any sound bars. 1 second. Why we have no sound? We're trying to figure out why we have no sound. It says there's sound. Why is desktop audio no sound? We didn't change anything. Projector mode. That still doesn't explain why we have no sound. Monitor. Why? My mic is working just fine, but desktop audio not so much. Why isn't it working? Why do we have no sound? It's on monitor. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna test some inputs here real quick. That worked. See, that worked just fine, but why are we getting no audio from the capture card? I swear, y'all, sometimes this thing be super finicky. Right.